Hey, what's up everybody? It's Gwen and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips for a bomb wash and go. If you enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also be sure to turn on all your notifications and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at SoNaturallyGwen. All right, let's get started. So I want to talk about tips for a wash and go today. Wash and goes have been a style that I've really struggled with trying to perfect and get right. And even still, I haven't figured out like all the possible combinations of products in my collection. I'm still working some things out, but I do have some tips that have worked so far that I want to share with all of you. Okay, tip number one is the right combination. So that is a loaded tip, like that's a loaded topic, like finding the right combination. But in general, what I mean is the right combination of products that go with one another. So people use different combinations for their wash and go. I've seen people do gel only. I've seen people do mousses. I've seen people do defining creams. So those are the three main products to help with your curl definition. And I'm personally someone who likes to define my curl pattern when it comes to wash and goes. So there are some people who don't think that people with, tighter curl patterns should worry about curl definition. But I do think it gives a nice look to the hair, and I just like how it looks, and it also just kind of like enhances the curl pattern that I do have that might not be present after my hair is dry. So I personally stick with my go-to moisturizing combination. So I use the LCO method, and that stands for liquid cream oil, or leave-in cream oil. So I use a leave-in, I use a defining cream, or the regular hair cream. I use an oil, and then I finish it up with a gel. So I like to go in with multiple products, and the reason why I like to go in with multiple products is because I have high porosity hair, and high porosity hair is just when your hair cuticle is usually open. So high porosity hair accepts moisture really easily, but it leaves very easily, so you don't retain moisture as well. So I like to use heavier products. I'm very heavy-handed, and I like to go in with those layer of products just to make sure that I get the most moisture, and also so that my hairstyle lasts longer. I find that my hairstyle lasts longer when I'm heavy with products. So I recommend you find the right combination of products to work for your hair. Oh, and before I moved on to the next tip, I just wanted to show you what was in my hair. Sorry about that. So I did, like I said, use the LCOG method. So for leave-in and gel, I wanted to use this combination. This is from Design Essentials. This is their Almond and Avocado Moisturizing and Detangling Leave-In Conditioner, and then their Almond and Avocado Anti-Frizz Curl Defining Gel. So yes, I got these from TJ Maxx or Marshall's, one of those stores, and this is a Black-owned company, so I wanted to try it. And then I have the shampoo and conditioner from the line as well, but I haven't tried those yet. But I wanted to try these. So for the leave-in conditioner, this has glycerin in it and it has keratin in it. So this has a little bit of protein and a little bit of moisture. And then unknown to me, I thought this was just all moisturizing. I know this has glycerin in it, but this actually has wheat protein in it. So I did not know it had that much protein. I guess my hair was just super moisturized that week. So this week, so I guess it worked for my hair. And then for a cream, I went in with the Miss Jessie's Honey Curls. You can't see that too well. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. So this is my first time trying this product. I've had this product for so long. Since I lived at my previous apartment, I've had this. So I'm lucky that it didn't expire or anything, but this worked so well. So yes, I don't really see a lot of people talking about this. I know that Kelsey from Glam Twins, she loves this product, which was another reason why I wanted to try it. But I did find this because I wanted to try some Miss Jessie's products, but a lot of her products have silicones in them. So I wanted to find a silicone-free item, and they did have this product that was silicone free, and it doesn't have any protein in it either. It just has glycerin in it and honey. So those are humectants, and so they bring moisture to the hair. But yes, so I went in with the leave-in. I put the cream on top. Honestly, I wanted to stop at the cream just because my hair was so defined. Like, this will snatch your curl pattern, girl, you need to try it. It is expensive. It's $15 for this, and after one use, I don't have much left in here. So keep that in mind, but this was a really nice combination. So I did that, and then I used my castor oil, which is my oil, and then for gel I went in with the curl defining gel. Great product, but you want to try out your products on the back of your hand. And so if the product goes into like a smooth consistency, or if it goes clear, that's how you know it's a good combination. So I put the 3 products on my hand, and you just kind of see what the product does. Because if it goes clear, that means that on your hair, it's not going to separate super easily and cause flaking. So yes, it makes a nice smooth consistency. It has little chunks in it, but they're smooth. It's not like, white flaky chunks that are going to end up flaking on your hair. Okay, tip number 2 is to diffuse your wash and go. So this was a huge game changer when it came to my wash and go, because I wanted to limit diffusing just so that I could avoid using heat on my hair. However, I have started using heat on my hair again. I have 2 silk press routines, like at-home silk press routines on my channel right now, and I have done wash and goes with diffusing. So I am starting to use heat on my hair again, just not too often. So yes, I do recommend diffusing your wash and go. I actually found a good article online that talks about why you should diffuse versus wash and go, why you should diffuse versus why you should air dry. It gave pros and cons for both options for drying your wash and go. I'll link it in the description box in case you're interested. So for when it comes to diffusing, your curls look best when they have been just styled, and diffusing helps to set your curls in place in that curled state so that it holds its shape better, it has better clump and less frizz. Also, the time between you finish styling your hair until the moment that your hair is 100% dry is crucial for avoiding frizz. Your curls pop once they have a chance to form and set, and air drying can leave your curls vulnerable to frizz. So it's best to diffuse your hair so that it goes into that set state and you don't have to worry about your hair being frizzy. I notice I get the most definition, I get the least amount of puffiness, and my curls just pop so much more. So yes, I also get the least amount of shrinkage. There you go. Least amount of shrinkage when it comes to your wash and go, because your hair doesn't have that opportunity to kind of like shrink up again. It just like sets in place. So I find that my shrinkage isn't as severe when I diffuse my wash and go as well. Tip number 3 is to tailor your technique to your hair type. So for example, if you have a looser curl pattern, I've seen a lot of routines for ladies with type 3 curls. And so I see a lot of them doing certain techniques that wouldn't really work for my hair. So for example, plopping is something that I see them do a lot. Plopping is where after you have your hair styled with all of your products, you put a shower cap over your head when your hair is down. And what it does is helps your curls set in place and kind of gives a little bit of like a oomph to your curls, because making them go upward kind of gives that volume. Also, scrunching your hair. I see a lot of this when they're trying to get their definition and get their curls to set. Also, finger coiling is something that I see a lot of them do, where you basically separate each one and you like twirl it around your finger. Or there's like the wet brush method where you take your like, what's that brush called? Tangle teaser, and you like curl your hair around it and go like that. Like my hair would be like, what are you doing? So I definitely don't do that for my hair, but that is a technique that is good for if you have looser curl pattern. And then for when you have a tighter curl pattern, such as me, shingling is something I don't do, but shingling is something that can be helpful to define your curl pattern. My curls don't exactly make like a spiral. Like yes, some do at the ends, but for the most part, my hair is more of like as you can see, it's more of like a ribbon pattern, like a zigzag type of pattern. So for me, shingling doesn't really help because I don't know where my hair is going to go. It kind of just like goes like side to side. But something that's similar to it is, I don't know if it's a technique, but basically like separating the sections and then smoothing each one down. So that's something I do. So I will take a whole section of hair, and once it's all in the product, I will kind of finger detangle the section like all the way up to the roots and like smooth it down and let it set in place so that each curl is clumped together and gets that product and gets smoothed down so that it will set in that clumped, curly state, as opposed to me just kind of going like this and then it just kind of goes everywhere, because I don't necessarily have that clumpage that happens naturally all the time. So that's a technique that I like to use. And then also working in smaller sections in general. I see a lot of people like, throwing their hair over and just kind of going like that. But for me, I have to kind of go section by section and kind of create the definition that I don't have. So tailoring your technique for your wash and go to your curl pattern can be helpful so that you know the tips and tricks to really get the results that you want. Okay, tip number 4 is to find an influencer with a similar hair type. So this kind of is self-explanatory. So people that don't have my curl pattern, I kind of just take their hair routines with a grain of salt. Also, it can help prevent you from buying products that aren't going to be compatible with your curl type. You can follow whoever you want, but if you are focused on perfecting your skills when it comes to wash and goes, I recommend finding somebody who has a curl pattern similar to yours and a porosity similar to yours as well. Tip number 5 is trial and error. So this is a loaded topic of trial and error, but yeah, it's going to be a struggle. You're going to have flaking, maybe lack of definition. Your hair might be curly, puffy rather. You might not have the right definition or the best definition. So yeah, it's just trial and error. You just have to keep trying. Like I mentioned, use the back of the hand test. I think that really helps to prevent you from buying products that really don't match. But I justify having a lot of products so I can figure out, of all the products that I have, which one does it work with? Because I do have products that kind of go together, only because, I tried a bunch of different products. Yeah, trial and error. And like I said, the back of the hand test helps to expedite the process. So that's all I have to say as far as trial and error. Just keep trying. Tip number 6 is to tailor your products to your hair type or hair thickness. So going back to finding a influencer or someone that you know that has a similar curl pattern, you want to take tips for what products to buy from those people. So for example, people with looser curl pattern have a lot of success with one product wash and goes. I've seen that. It's a mother-daughter combo. I can't remember their name. I'll put the name on the screen. But yes, they have type 3 hair. And so I was trying to take tips from them. Girl, my hair does not look like theirs. So yes, I just like their videos. I just appreciate them, but they don't have the same hair type as me. Also, some trends that have been going around are the mousse only wash and go. I know some type 4 curl people, some type 4 natural people have used mousses, but I tried them and they just made my hair dry out. So for me personally, I don't think that they work for my hair type. Have that. Also, curl defining creams like I mentioned, and just heavier gels. So my favorite curl defining cream at the moment is the Eden Body Works curl defining cream. This stuff is amazing. First of all, you get such a big product for really cheap. I don't remember the price of this. I feel like it was less than $10 for this huge container. It smells really good and it makes your hair really moisturized, but also defines your hair. I wouldn't say that it is a good one product wash and go if you like doing that, but this is a really good one. And then like I mentioned, the Miss Jessie's Honey Curls is really nice too. This one's just more affordable, but this pairs really well with whatever products I use. So I really like this and it helps to keep the moisture. So as someone with naturally dry hair, I need extra products to kind of, make sure I keep that moisture. So that's something. Also really thick gels. So my favorite gel right now is the Wetline. What is it called? Wetline Extreme. Basically, it's the Wetline gel with the green lid. I love this stuff. I follow, what's her name? Her old YouTube name was African Beauty. I'll put her new YouTube name on the screen because I can't pronounce it for the life of me. But so she recommended this product and I, follow her. So that's an influencer who I definitely take product recommendations from just because she has a tight curl pattern just like me. So yes, that is someone that I got a lot of my technique for when it came to wash and goes. But yes, so it is important to face reality. So I have some mousses that I still have that I'm probably going to get rid of. It's sad because you waste money, but I just wouldn't try too many of different products at the same time. I find a lot of my products at TJ Maxx, so it's already discounted. So I try to keep that in mind. So yes, definitely tailor your products to your hair type, and then you will definitely have more success with your wash and goes. So tip number 7 is to not scrunch out the crunch. So that is a technique that people use for wash and goes. Basically, After you get the crunchiness from using the gels and the creams and things like that, your hair is left kind of stiff the next day. So what people do is they use oil to like stretch out their curls and to kind of like break the gel cast. I just don't recommend that. If you don't use any oil on your hair while you're styling your hair, maybe your hair is just left dry and you kind of want to make it so that your hair can like get some product underneath that area, cool. But for me, I use oil in my hair already, and if you're someone who already uses oils on your hair when you apply your wash and go products, I just wouldn't scrunch out the crunch. If anything, scrunching out the crunch causes more flaking, because as you can see, I'm starting to get flaking at the roots, but that's because I have so much movement and like at the top, just the way I wear my hair at night, like I have the most like movement kind of at the roots. So the gel cast is being interrupted at those areas and causing flaking. I just don't think it's helpful to scrunch out the crunch personally. Also, my hair texture, like I have fine hair strands, so they get weighed down really easily when I put too much product on. Like I know I'm a hypocrite because I just said that I use heavy products, but if I use heavy products once, that's fine. But continuing to put oil on my hair and things like that, I just don't recommend it. So I just don't say scrunch out the crunch. I just say let your hair naturally absorb the moisturizing products that you have in your hair over time through your wash and go, and just kind of let it be. I wouldn't add a bunch of oils on top of your hair, especially if you're using really heavy oils, even light oils, honestly. Like it just weighs your hair down. So just to keep that bounce and to prevent it looking too limp and weighed down, I just wouldn't scrunch out the crunch personally. But that's just me. If you want to, go ahead, but I just personally wouldn't. Next tip is to refresh your hair only as needed. So again, with layering too many products on top of your hair that already has your wash and go products, and you're probably going to be heavy handed, I don't recommend refreshing your hair too often. So, and just in general, if you have too much product on your hair, it's going to get weighed down. So I say refresh your hair every 2 to 3 days. I think that's a normal amount of time to have to re-moisturize your hair. And if you have to re-moisturize your hair too often, I would definitely, take a look back at what products you're using and make sure they're the right ones for you. And like I mentioned, the defining creams help to add the extra bit of moisture. So if you have an issue with your hair drying out, I would definitely think about layering some creams, some oils with your wash and goes just to make sure that you're getting that moisture retention so that your hair doesn't dry out too quickly. And then to refresh my hair, I like to use this. This is the Mielle Pomegranate and Honey Curl Refreshing Spray. I freaking love this stuff. I'm not too heavy-handed with it. Yes, so I just use this, and this has moisture in it, but also has a little bit of protein in it, just a little bit, so my hair doesn't get too over moisturized as I am, refreshing it. And yes, do not apply more gel. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that so passionately. And for some people it works, but I personally, maybe I'm just bitter because it hasn't worked for me, but I just don't think it is necessary to layer more gel on top of your hair. It's just gonna flake, it's gonna look crusty, and it's not gonna last very long. If you're gonna wash your hair the next day or something, or you already know that you don't really need your hair to last for that much longer with this wash and go, I would say go ahead and put more gel on it. If you're going to use gel, use the one that you did already. Don't mix and match gels. But I just don't think it's a good idea to re-moisturize your hair with gel. Like that just doesn't make sense. I used to do that back in the day. Oh my gosh. Back when I thought I knew what I was doing with the wash and go. Yeah, no. But anyways, yeah, so don't add more gel. Use a refreshing spray. Use something that will add moisture rather than like adding gel. Next tip, I've already talked about this, but I made a separate tip, is to use a defining cream. So like I mentioned already, it adds extra moisture, which is good for high porosity hair or naturally dry hair. Honestly, low porosity hair as well, right? Because you have a difficulty getting moisture into your hair. So just adding the extra moisture for your dry hair can be really helpful, and it can be an extra barrier so that your hair doesn't lose the moisture as easily. And then also the extra product can add definition to work alongside your gel. So like I mentioned, this is a defining cream. I have the Honey Curls one. What's another cream I've used? I do use regular hair cream. Like I have my Curl Theory Multi-Style Cream. I do like this, but it's not defining. Another defining cream I have is the Mielle. This is the Rosemary Mint Daily Styling Cream. This doesn't really add moisture. This one has a lot of protein in it. I actually need to like try this again to see if I can make this work with my hair routine. So that is my next project when it comes to wash and goes. But anyways, yes, I have this one as well. So, okay, so my camera cut off, so I don't know what I was saying last. So yes, that is another product that you can use just in case if gel doesn't really snatch your curl pattern, especially on top of the oil. It can be good to have two products working together, is all I'm saying. So yes, I think curl defining creams are really nice to define your curl pattern and to add that extra moisture. And then the last tip that I have, I don't know what number we are on, is to protect your hair at night. So it is very important to protect your wash and go, because if you took all this time to do your hairstyle, then you want to make sure that it will last as long as possible. So nighttime routines with your wash and goes are important. So I just like to pineapple my hair. That's when you just throw all your hair up. Even when I have these clips, because I have some bobby pins to kind of pin my hair out of the way, I still flip my hair over and pineapple it, and then once I take out my hair, I just kind of put the hair back in place, and I don't have any weird dents or anything like that. So I do that, and then I put a bonnet over the ends, and my hair stays secure and out of the way. This is also good for if you're going to work out with your hair. I don't go to the gym when I have a wash and go. I just pineapple my hair and then I work out at home, just so you know, in case you're wondering. But in general, when you're like lounging around or anything, you want to make sure that you protect your hair, even if you use a satin pillowcase. But I think using a scarf can just be extra protection. So yes, that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed finding out how to do a bomb wash and go. I will be posting videos about my wash and goes as time goes on. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also be sure to turn on all your notifications and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at SoNaturallyGwen. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.